Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry. And today I have a new custom LEGO minifigure showcase video. Today, finally, after a long time, I can't remember the first time I showed off parts of these guys, I finally have, I think, two of my best figures that I've ever made. Pre-Vizila and Bo-Katan. Bo-Katan? I want to say Bo-Katan. But after a long time, I finally have these two guys. Mainly what took this so long was to get the helmets. Pre-Vizila's helmet cast and Bo-Katan's helmet cast. Both from my friend Legomatic9. I'll leave a link to his stuff in the description. And yeah, there's really not much to say. I actually will put a card right, where is my finger? Right here to Aaron's Clone Wars showcase to just show you how he made the helmets and everything, because I don't know exactly how he made it. I know a little bit, but you know, I just got the casts. So yeah, these took a long time to do, and stay till the end because there's a preview of a little surprise character of fake figure. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And without further ado, let's get into this. Okay, so here is Pre-Vizila, the leader of Death Watch. Obviously, this is before Darth Maul killed him, before Darth Maul, you know, made him post-Vizsla, you know what I mean? Okay, so yeah, I really like how this figure turned out. I'm just going to get his weapons out of the way real quick, so let's get a close-up on those weapons. So here is the Dark Saber. I love how this turned out. It is from Aerolite, I believe. Yeah, it's from Aerolite, and it was a black Dark Saber. I painted it up, painted the little wisps in the blade, and I absolutely love how it turned out. I think it's just great, and I painted the tip or the handle. I think it looks really good. I know Brick Arms just came out with a Dark Saber piece that I've seen pictures of it, and it's out of focus. I've seen pictures of it from I believe Ross's Instagram, and it looks pretty good. But I am happy with this Dark Saber. So yeah, let's take this out of his hands right now, and there we go. And then take a look at his gun right there, which is a also an Aerolite Westar. I'm not gonna try and pronounce that. I'll probably put the text up here or whatever. But yeah, it's a Mandalorian gun, and I really like it. It's a little too it's simplified. It doesn't have much detail, but yeah, I'm thinking of replacing it with a Brick Arms one. But yeah, I like the clone. I'm gonna say Clone Customs. The Aerolite one will do for now. Now let's take a look at the figure. So here is Pre-Vizila. I'm really happy with how this figure turned out. I think it's one of my favorite figures that I've made. Going from the top down, that is the helmet cast, as you can see, by Legomatic9. And it's just a modified Lego Mandalorian helmet, which he dremeled out the center, the T-visor of it. And it looks really good. I really like the look of it. And he used some of the Clone Army Customs Mandalorian, I guess they're called the Tech Mando helmets, for the antenna pieces on the side. And he just sort of not sculpted those in there. I guess I don't know how he got those in there, so my bad for not figuring that out. But he installed those on the side, which I think look really good. And apart from that, it's an unmodified Mandalorian helmet, and I think it looks really good. But it's 100% painted by me. I painted the Clan Vizsla symbol up there, and I think it looks really good. It was rather hard to do, you know, but I just did it. It came out pretty well. It was a task, but painted everything. I like the gunmetal that came out, and I dirtied it up with some battle damage and a black wash and everything. And I mixed my own my metallic dark green color for that, for the cheeks, and I think it looks really good. So yeah, that's the helmet. And then if we're going around to the back, actually, I want to show off the jetpack. This is a custom-made jetpack. Everything on it. Actually, no. These two thrusters and the rocket on top are both Clone Army Customs pieces, which I then I cut them off of the actual jetpack, and yeah, and then I glued them on there and I painted them up. So yeah, and I made this out of various Lego parts. Like I think those were some lightsaber pieces, and I sculpted the center part, and then that bar was sculpted down there. So yeah. And it is removable. It's a magnet, so it can actually come off of the figure like that. And there's the inside. It's kind of messy, but yeah, I guess I'll just leave that on there for now. So yeah, now getting back to the main look of the figure, the main figure in general, and it's out of focus now. So yeah, actually, hang on. Let me just get this to focus 1 minute. There we go. Now the center, or the center of the torso was painted, and the torso armor was sculpted, like entirely by me, and it's not as good as I wanted it to come out, but it'll do. I was actually thinking of ordering some of Aaron's Mando torso sculpts, which, you know, look really good. They're sculpted by him, and then he got them casted by LEGO Star Wars Fanatics, or Forge 510, and they're sold through LEGO Star Wars Fanatics. store. So yeah, definitely pick up some of those. And yeah, so I sculpted that, and in the center of that, I painted the. I don't know what that is. If someone can let me know what that is, that'd be great. That blue symbol there. I did it to the best of my ability. I think it looks good. The arms were sculpted, or the gauntlets and the shoulder pads were sculpted, and they were painted in gunmetal, and then given a black wash for battle damage and everything. I got the wrist sort of mounted blades that he shoots at Darth Maul. I got those, and I got some buttons on there. And on this arm over here, I have the flamethrower arm right there, the little flame emitter piece. And yeah, he has no head underneath. I mean, he has a head, but he doesn't have a painted Pre-Vizila head because I'm never going to take the helmet off. Yeah, that's really it for the top of Pre-Vizila. Now going on to the bottom, there's that belt. That is a cloth belt that goes all around the figure onto the back. And yeah, there's a sculpted piece in the middle that's just dry sculpted on there, and I painted those lines on there. Not really sure what they do, but yeah, they're on there. And yeah, the rest of the legs were painted, and I dry sculpted the crotch plate, and then sculpted on those knee armor pieces, and then painted the shin armor. And the boots, everything on this figure was painted. The boots were painted, and yeah, I used a sort of satin or a sort of metallic paint for the knee armor and all the armor, and I painted the actual undersuit in a matte black to make the armor sort of pop a little more, and that's out of focus. Yeah, there we go. I used like a matte black for the armor for the suit to make the armor pop a little more. Sorry, words. I'm just tired right now. So yeah, that is Pre-Vizila, and let's get him centered. There we go. That is Pre-Vizila, and now let's move on to Bo-Katan. Okay, so here is Bo-Katan, and I'm really happy with how she turned out. I actually think I might like her a little more than Pre-Vizila, actually. Again, let's start with the helmet. It is the same Night Owl helmet from Aaron, LEGO Manic 9, but that is a Clone Army Customs. That is not included in the helmet. That is a Clone Army Customs rangefinder. So yeah, that is, I included that. So yeah, the entire helmet was painted, and let me tell you, the helmet, this is one of the most challenging things I've ever had to paint in my entire 3 years of customizing. Yeah, that Night Owl symbol was really not fun to paint. Here, let me just get there you go. You can see it a little bit better there. That was really not fun to paint. Yeah, white paint is really hard to work with, and it's an absolute. That was hard. That was an absolute struggle to do that. But yeah, and you can tell. Not to point this out or anything, but a little parts of it are uneven, a little bit bumpy or whatever. So I sort of masked that with some battle damage and a black wash and whatever. But apart from that, I think it looks really good. Now going around to the back of the helmet, it's pretty clean. I really like the clean paint job I did on here. And yeah, that's just little details on the back of the helmet. And just like Pre-Vizila, the Jetpack is a magnet. It's a magnet, so it's magnetic and it's removable. Come on, stick. There we go. So yeah, let's just look at her guns. Actually, no, let's not even cut. They're the same guns as Pre-Vizila. They are just these kinds. The not tiny tactical. Why am I blanking? Aerialite. Westar, I forget the name. I should probably look it up in between cuts. But yeah, those are the guns, and I'm just going to take those out of her hands. No cuts or anything, just taking those out. Hang on, let me just, and of course her hand comes with this. Her hand comes with it. So take those, and there we go. So now let's look at are you fucking kidding me? Yep, no cuts. Amazing. Oh, man. So yeah, that is her guns, and now let's move on to her torso. They call it Femmando, or the female Mandalorian armor. They have this style or whatever. It was easier to sculpt than Pre-Vizila's, actually. It looks okay. I think it could be better. Because I sculpted this months ago. I think I've improved as a sculptor because I've just sculpted more things since I did this, and I think it looks alright, but again, I might swap it out for Aaron's female Mandalorian armor sculpt. Those two pouches were sculpted. That cloth belt goes, again, all the way around the torso, onto the back. And, yeah, these arms were sort of the same deal as Pre-Vizila, sculpted the gauntlets and the shoulder armor, and then the shoulder armor, I did the Night Owl symbol right there, as you can see, and I did I don't know what this is. I guess it's like a wrist blaster, and then here is another wrist blaster. She doesn't have a flamethrower. So yeah, I did two wrist-mounted blasters, and then there's the Night Owl symbol on the other side. And yeah, the legs are sort of the same deal as Pre-Vizila, sculpted, dry sculpted crotch plate. Yeah, painted, silver linings. I guess those are like holsters for her guns, and the sculpted knee pads, and again painted shin armor. And I'm really happy with the color. I actually was gonna mix my own color for Bo-Katan. Screw it, Bo-Katan, whatever. I was actually gonna mix my own color, but I decided to actually look for a color, like a produced color. And this looked really well. This is a Craft Smart paint. I forget the name of it, but yeah, I actually really like how this paint looks on her. It looks really nice. It could be a little darker, but And this is her from her Clone Wars Season 7 / Mandalorian Season 2 appearance. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So without further ado, let's wrap up this video. And here they are. There they are, Bo-Katan and Pre-Vizila. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know I stuttered a lot and did whatnot during this showcase, but I'm just really tired and stuff like that. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you like these figures. I personally love them. I think they're probably my best figures yet. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of YouTube Shorts recently, which are like little short videos. You've seen them. Just like doing updates on what I'm working on. And if you're watching those shorts, one second, then you may have noticed this man that I'm working on, this Mr. Boba over here. This is, I'll keep my promise, this is the surprise, sorry about that, this is the surprise, sort of, I guess, sneak peek at a figure, and this is what he looks like. This is how he's coming along, and I'm going to keep him out of focus just to not show off too much. And yeah, I am very excited to show him eventually when he's ready. And that should be pretty soon. I just need a Clone Army Customs order to arrive, and then I can show him off. There are a few more figures that I want to showcase soon, like the Crimson Bolt. I showed him in my top 10 figures of the year video. But yeah, I'm working on figures. I'm slowly working on figures, and then next up will Boba Fett, and then after the Crimson Bolt, next up will probably be Polka Dot Man and Rick Flag from the Suicide Squad, and then Savant and TDK, and so on and so forth. So I'm definitely moving ahead with my Suicide Squad project, and I just have a lot of plans of figures that I want to make for 2021, sorry, and here comes, not bad news, but I am not going to build, over the summer I was making so many, I was making quite a few videos, because I had a lot of time to paint. I don't have too much time to paint these days because I am a senior in high school, and that is taking up a lot of time. So yeah, unfortunately, I don't have all the time in the world to paint, but I definitely have some time, and when I have time, I'm definitely working on figures. I'm moving ahead with Suicide Squad and Boba Fett and some Mandalorian Season 2 customs. I want to remake Gar Saxon and stuff like that. I want to remake some figures. And then my friend Lego Machine X actually commissioned me to make him a, I guess he calls them Maul Mandos, which is actually a pretty good name for them. Maul's Death Watch Loyalist Mandalorians. And so yeah, I will be making that for him, and then I will show it on the channel before I ship it off to him, because I think that'll turn out really cool. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye!